Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 3 of Spirited Conversations. And today I have Lisa Turner with me, and we are going to chat about all things business for the psychic when you're just starting out. What to do after you've just done that course, that Reiki course, the tarot course, and you're going, what do I do next? And I've chosen Lisa because she has been a stalwart member of the Psychic Playground, which is my Facebook group, ever since it started, wasn't it? You were one of the first ones, weren't you?
Yes, yeah, I joined with, there was about 300 people in there.
Oh my God. And now it's like ago. 4,500 or something. Yeah. So I have watched Lisa grow, transform, learn, and just be an amazingly helpful person in the playground. And you've actually seen her face, because you will have seen her posts. You will see that she's always posting some really cool, practical, grounded stuff that you can really use. And I've admired that over the, X amount of time that I've gotten to know her. So who better to have on Spirited Conversations than a fantastic member of the playground. So welcome, Lisa.
Thank you so much, Denise. Thank you so much for inviting me on to chat with you today.
Yay. And, Bruce will probably put his 2 cents worth in. So,
Hi, Brucey.
Beware for that. He's downstairs. You'll hear him. When he gets excited, and he'll let us know. Okay. So tell us a bit about what you do, or what inspired you to help these people that are just starting out in their intuitive business.
It's just I love talking about business. So my background's been retail management and more corporate management and marketing stuff, but I'm a very, very spiritual person, and I've done my own healing business in the past and helping people, and I just naturally found myself having conversations with friends locally who were in the same shoes of going, how do I start out? How do I get clients? How do I put myself out there?
That first paid client, that.
How do I get my, And it's like, I've been there. I know what it felt like. I remember what it felt like. I can help you with that. And I've just been naturally doing it for so long. And it's like, well, I can do this. I can take this to that next step and put myself out there a bit more and help more people and go into the online in the playground, in the psychic playground, helping people in there as well. So
because you remember, don't you? I mean, you remember how it felt to be all,
so nervous and scared.
And even putting a selfie up, on Selfie Saturdays can be a big step, can't it?
Yeah, it is. It is a really big step for a lot of people to actually put their face, even their face as their profile photo. That's huge.
But that's important too.
And knowing what it's like to not have the full support of your family and friends behind you, and believing in what you do as much as what you believe in what you do. So, I like to see that I'm that person that does believe in you. And I do, when you're talking about energy and healings and things like that, it's like, I know, I get you. I've experienced it.
Yeah.
So I totally believe that you can believe in what you're doing.
Yeah. And so many people say that they feel, they love going to the playground because we get them, and it's a place that they can be safe. But so many people also talk about how lonely it is, or how weird it is not having their friends or the people that really, really want to be in their corner, not quite there yet. What would you say to those people to help them?
It would be about, if your family and friends aren't supportive of you doing it, it would be just to not talk to them so much about it directly, and find those people in your community who are supportive of you as well. So that way you're not having the naysayers in your ear, putting you down and turning you off, so to speak. So you're not sort of allowing them to get in and sink your ship a little bit. But then I would also say, instead of directly going and trying to force to, you want to tell your husband and your partner and your friends
and convince them and
stuff. It's like, don't try and push it onto them. You want to very gently, you can suggest to them and show them ways very gently, to gently, bit by bit, get them onto your team. So you gently would talk to them about, oh, you know, Reiki helps. I just had the best night's sleep last night because I did a Reiki session before bed. And I helped my friend the other day because she had this problem, and I did a treatment on her, and she said she felt amazing. So
yes,
it's those very gentle conversations of dropping hints, really.
Yes.
You're planting those seeds, and you're dropping those hints of, instead of trying to convince people, because once you try to start to convince somebody that what you're doing is the best, get their back up. And
that's true, you get that resistance, don't you, because you're coming at it like that.
Yeah.
And then, so coupled with that, and then maybe some positive support with someone like you, or in the playground, that helps build that foundation of strength, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
For them.
Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely.
And so tell me a bit about because I know a little bit about your journey, you know, over the last 2 years. I remember we had conversations ages ago, and, you know, you were dealing with your own issues of visibility and you know, people believing you even. I remember.
Yeah. The last couple of years has been quite a big journey for me. I don't know where to start. It's like I was doing theta healing, was the main thing I was doing, and I absolutely loved what I was doing, and really believed in myself. And I found myself in a situation where I was opening up too fast psychically, and finding that, combined with poor boundaries in my personal life with people around me, just meant the spirit world just invaded my space, and I really struggled with that. So I really had to pull back away from things for a while to get my life sorted, I guess, in those areas.
So what did you do? How did you, because you are not that person that you were 2 years ago. You know, you've got really good boundaries.
Now, if you had met me, or you did talk to me 2 years ago, and I was this scared, you know, really scared, frightened person. Oh my God, the spirit world's so scary.
Yeah. And the spirits won't let me alone, and you were like fending them off, weren't you?
Yeah, fighting, trying to fight them off, and going to battle, you know, all sorts of stuff. And it was really about learning law of attraction, learning how powerful your mind is, that you create what you think about is what you not just attract, but you create that in your outer world as well.
Yes. So if you think that the spirit world is scary, then it's going to be scary. Is that what you mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
So how did you decide the spirit world wasn't scary?
I've had plenty of experiences before all this happened. I've had plenty of experiences with spirit that were loving and kind and beautiful. That, you know, I've experienced, you know, I've experienced the unconditional love of people in the spirit world. Like, actually felt it within my heart.
And it is something you feel. It's not something that you kind of intellectually know, is it? It's something that you feel at a soul level, don't you? When you get it, you get it.
Yeah. And I've had my heart chakra open, and I've felt that unconditional love of spirit. And it is like 1,000 times anything that we can experience, that we do experience on this planet, in these bodies. And when you feel that, you just, wow, that's the truth.
That's it. And Bruce thought it was the truth too. Did you hear that?
Yeah, like that high vibration of love. It's just, you can't deny that.
So you're no longer scared now?
Not like I know. I've had to do a lot of work, so a lot of mental work, reframing my thoughts, my perceptions, my beliefs. Working with a kinesiologist has helped me massively as well.
Yeah.
Especially with boundaries and things like that.
Because you need that energetic reinforcement too that way, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of personal.
So you'd say it was basically just changing your mind around it, maybe informing, maybe feeling into what the truth of it was for you.
Yeah.
What your truth was.
Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely. So one technique that I learned that was so simple, it's like if you think a thought and it generates fear, that means that your higher self is only love. And if you're thinking a thought that's fear, that's not your higher self talking.
Yeah, so true. So true. it's patterns or ego or something else trying to keep you safe.
Yeah.
The intentions are good, but, you know, the way they're doing it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
Some old pattern going on.
Yeah. So when if I think a thought and get that fear, then I'd know I need to change that thought.
Yes.
And so many people,
yes, and they get it confused, don't they? They think, oh, it's my intuition, and it's not.
No.
And they just don't have that level of discernment yet. But once you get that, you never lose it, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Awesome.
Absolutely. So that's
Oh, that's great. And so that would be the biggest change you have since the 2 years that I've seen you. Wow, that's massive, because your energy is so much more grounded now, and your presence online, you know, and that's the beautiful thing about being online, is that your vibe can be felt. You know, even though we're online and we're sitting behind our screens and we're tapping away in our pajamas and our Ugg boots, we can kind of feel, and that's what I noticed. There's this lovely, grounded, straightforward, practical, you know, when a lot of us can be very carried away with all this and get ungrounded. You're this voice of clarity and like, okay, this is what we do. So what would your advice be now in your, so say if someone's come along to you and they've just done, you know, their Reiki course, or maybe they've been doing readings for friends and it's been going really well, you know, and their friends have said, you should do this, you know, for pay. Like, you know, what if someone wants to pay you? What would be some of the first things you do with them?
It would just be talking and just really seeing what their fears are, like where are they feeling resistance and what around, and then going from there. So if they're having resistance around
maybe
accepting money, like actually,
that's a big one.
Am I good enough to actually be paid for doing this? So in that case, I might be, okay, like just start out small. You don't have to go to $100 readings straight away. Just start off with a smaller amount that you feel comfortable with charging and go to there. And then when you've been doing it at that level for a while and that feels, okay, I'm ready to, and you'll just intuitively know that I'm ready to, I value myself. I'm actually really good at this, and I can go a bit higher now. So
you help them pick like an energetic sweet spot or a comfy, like the Goldilocks spot of price. Something that's just right. That's a nice way to start. And do you help them? What else do you do?
Help them with their wording, with their marketing around what they do, like giving them clarity around what they do. Like they get quite in their head and confused about all their tools and how what they use and their modalities, and it's like, I know it's more about talking to your thinking, putting yourself in your client's shoes and going, what's their problem? What do they want help with? Because really people don't really honestly care so much about your training and your qualifications and things,
or even the deck that you use.
No, they just want help for their problem.
They do. They just want the answer, don't they?
How can you help me? I need some help. And so when you go from that perspective of modality and how do you explain to people energy and psychic and all that kind of stuff to how you can solve a problem, it quite often removes a lot of the resistance there. So
that's true. That's
really
true.
clears the path to
and that's what people want. They want the results, don't they? Of what you offer. They don't care the deck you use or how many Reiki certificates you've got. They don't care.
No,
that's my experience too. They just want what the answer that you can bring. And if it's a reading, it's usually peace of mind and confirmation and answers and, you know, little aha moments. That's, you know, if you've ever had a reading yourself, that's probably how you feel. So you're right. You've got to put yourself in their shoes, don't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Awesome. So now if you could wave a magic wand, right, and you could change the world with your magic wand, what would you change it from to? Anyway, we're back now. Back to our normal programming. Okay, so we are still recording. Great. So my last question was, if you could wave your magic wand and change the whole world and you had like one wish, what would you change it from and to?
It would, honestly, I had a really good think about this, and it would be about making people aware how powerful they are as an individual to make change in the world. You know, because many people don't realize how powerful they are, how powerful their thoughts are, how powerful their beliefs are, how powerful their intention is, and how much power as an individual that you can actually, how much power you have to actually make positive change in the world just as one person.
Instead of maybe giving their power away.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And if everybody realised that they had that kind of self-empowerment within themselves, then, you know, a lot could people could get a lot achieved.
Yeah, and even if they just realised they had the power to even sign a petition or say no or call that person throwing a cigarette butt in the street or, you know, whatever it was.
Where they spend their money and how they choosing to react in a different way, stepping out of cycles of, you know, normal behaviours and going, no, I'm going to not do that anymore. I'm going to choose to do this, something else. Yeah.
Awesome. That's great. I love that magic wand. I love that.
Yeah, yeah. That's pretty cool.
Awesome. Now, and the second question I always ask is, what would your self say to your past self, your present self now? If you could turn back time, what would you say to your past self?
I'd probably say, don't take it so seriously. Have more fun.
Yeah.
Have more fun. Don't worry. Try not to worry about just stuff that doesn't matter. Just have more fun.
So much stuff doesn't matter, does it?
No.
It's not important. You're absolutely right. Oh my God, so much doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yes.
Beautiful. Yes. We do stress out about all crazy things, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah. And then, you know, 1 year from now, 5 years from now, it won't matter. So, yeah.
Oh, no, I love that. I love that.
Just try and have more fun.
Yeah. Have more fun. Well, that's my big, I've got a little notice board at the front here, and one of my major things is play. That's one of my values, play. It's why I've called it the psychic playground, because we need to keep it light, because spirit's light, you know. We need to keep that light vibration, so that playful vibration in no matter what we approach is going to help us rather than being super, super serious. So awesome. Now, I hear you have a cute little freebie, something to help new people coming into their intuitive arts business. What have you got?
I've got my little freebie is a chakra business plan. So what it does, it takes you through your different chakras, your root, sacral, solar plexus and up, and how they relate to your business. And at those different steps, what you need to be thinking about. So if you're thinking about clients, like what sort of clients am I going to help or what am I going to charge, but if you haven't gone down to your root chakra and looked at why you want to do what you do, and if you don't have a plan in place, then you're missing your foundation steps of building your business.
Yeah, right.
So it directs you back down. It's to direct you back down and go, no, you need to do this step first before you're looking at charging clients and what you're going to charge and what you're going to do. You need to actually go back a couple of steps and get your foundation right and cover this first.
And what would be like a heart chakra thing?
Your heart chakra is, excuse me, I should know that. I haven't got it there. Your heart chakra is about your why, what's your intention with what you're doing. You know, your solar plexus is about your earning the money. Your heart chakra is about your why in business, like why are you doing this, how do you want to help people, how do you want to make more change in the world,
right? That's because that's really where your heart is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's your intention, it's your reason for being, it's your reason for being in business, like that you can keep going back to keep yourself centered, like when you start to feel doubtful about can I really do this, you know, am I a fake, or that kind of stuff. You come back to your heart and just go, yeah, no, like I know why I want to do this, I know why it's important, and I know, you know, why it's important for my life and how it can help my family and my children, or you know, whichever, by doing this work. So it just helps to, when that voice gets a bit too busy in your mind of you're not good enough and you're fake, and you can go, no, actually, I know why I'm here.
Awesome. So that's a little freebie that you're going to offer to anyone who wants it. And we're going to put the link below, so you can pick that up and also have a little look at Lisa's website. If you're this person, then you might be interested in talking to Lisa. So thank you so much for joining us on Spirit Conversations number 3. And I hope to see you in the playground.
Great. Thank you so much, Denise. It's lovely to chat with you today.
Ciao.